We all wake up with the same feeling, don't we? The moment we open our eyes before the first light of day even seeps into our room, our hand reaches for that cold screen. Notifications, emails, missed news, likes. Before our minds are even fully awake, we invite the entire noise of the world to our bedside. Today, I want to talk to you not just about the speed of technology, but about the deep valleys this speed has carved into our souls. We will examine the effects of modern society and developing technology on individual and social psychology, not just as users, but as human beings. Where do we position ourselves within this massive digital labyrinth? Are we evolving, or are we simply being swept away? Section 1. Individual psychology and invisible chains technology came to us with the promise of staying connected. Yet paradoxically, we have never lived in an era where we are so connected and yet feel so profoundly lonely. The greatest shift in individual psychology is occurring within the instant gratification and dopamine loop. Our brains have adapted to that infinite scrolling motion. Every new piece of content triggers a small dopamine hit. This makes us impatient. Instead of getting lost in the pages of a book, we prefer drowning in 15-second videos. Our attention spans are shrinking. We are slowly losing our capacity for deep focus, the very intellectual depth that makes us who we are. Then there is the issue of digital identity. Those flawless profiles we create on social media are, in fact, caricatures of our true selves. People no longer live their lives, they exhibit them. This state of exhibition brings a constant need for validation and, with it, a sense of inadequacy. We look at the filtered lives of others and become ashamed of our own raw reality. This is the new anxiety disorder of the modern human. Section 2. Social psychology and echo chambers. This shift in the individual is also fundamentally shaking the social fabric. The society that used to meet in town squares now lives in closed groups determined by algorithms. Algorithms know us. They know what we love and what we hate. They constantly tell us exactly what we want to hear. This creates echo chambers in society. In these digital rooms where our own opinions are constantly echoed back to us, we lose our tolerance for opposing views. Our capacity for empathy withers. The other is now just a profile picture, and digitally lynching them doesn't feel like harming a real human being. In social psychology, we are experiencing collective loneliness. While physical distances are shortening, emotional distances are turning into abysses. People sitting side by side in a cafe, but never looking at each other's faces, is the clearest photograph of modern society. Let's look at two different futures where this path might lead us. Scenario A, algorithmic dystopia, negative. In this scenario, the individual becomes an entirely passive extension of technology. Data takes precedence over our decisions. Artificial intelligence decides what we eat, who we befriend, and what we believe. Human will weakens. The loneliness epidemic pushes depression and anxiety rates to their peak. Society is divided into digital classes, and the real world turns into a neglected backdrop viewed only from behind screens. Human creativity is drowned out by the repetition of algorithms. Scenario B, conscious integration, positive. But another path is possible. In this scenario, technology is not a barrier to human potential, but a tool that amplifies it. Thanks to the democratization of information, individuals everywhere find the chance to improve themselves. AI takes over monotonous tasks, gaining time for humans to pursue creativity and philosophy. Social platforms transform from hate speech hubs into global solidarity networks. Humans rediscover that the digital world is a tool, while the real world is the purpose. Digital minimalism becomes a way of life, and we use technology to expand our hearts and minds, Section 4, The Way Out, Staying Human. So, how do we get out of this labyrinth? The solution is not to throw technology in the trash, but to break its psychological tyranny over us. The first step is awareness. Question why you are picking up that phone. Is it because you are bored or because you actually need something? Being bored is not a bad thing. Boredom is the labor pain of creativity. Leave spaces in your mind. The second step is real connections. Make eye contact. Hear the tremor in a person's voice. Collect memories that aren't digital. The modern world tells us to consume everything quickly. You, slow down, deepen. The third step is critical thinking. Question the intent behind every piece of information and every algorithmic suggestion presented to you. Be the captain of your own mind. Do not let technology define you. You define technology according to your needs. A new consciousness. In conclusion, my friends, the modern world and technology are a vast ocean. It is possible to drown in the sea, but it is also possible to set sail for the horizon. Protecting our psychology is a debt we owe not just to ourselves, but to future generations. You are far too valuable to surrender the depths of your soul to an algorithm. That you, which remains when the screen is turned off, is the most precious thing in the world. Protect it, nourish it, and most importantly, love it. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. Until we meet in the next deep conversation, take good care of yourselves, your minds, and your souls. You can subscribe to my Blue Glass channel for similar videos. Thank you for watching.